So while we are discussing projectile motion, we have already discussed about what is projectile motion and what are in which path the projectile motion is moving. What is the equation of trajectory, and we find the equation of trajectory is parabolic. The equation of projectile is parabolic. That means in this path, what is the equation of this path? And mathematically we proved that the equation of path is parabolic in nature. Then we will discuss what is the maximum height. What is the maximum height? What is the maximum height? It is the maximum distance travel by the projectile in vertical direction. So while we discuss about maximum height, we will consider the vertical motion. We will discuss the motion of the projectile in vertical direction. We will discuss the motion in vertical direction. That means we will consider the motion from O to P. We will consider the motion from O to P, and we will consider only the vertical components of the velocity. So what is the initial vertical velocity here? U sin theta. Then gradually when it is moving in upward direction, its velocity decreases, and at P its velocity becomes 0. So final velocity is 0. So initial velocity U sin theta, final velocity 0. Height, displacement means height, that is y maximum, displacement. So these are the datas. So at O the initial velocity U sin theta, at P the final velocity 0. Here acceleration is equal to minus g because the body is moving against gravity. The body is moving against gravity, so that is minus g. Then vertical distance traveled, that is y, and we have a equation, kinetic equation or equation of motion. In the previously we have discussed there are 3 equations of motion, and here is one equation of motion, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Putting the values from the above, so v final velocity, here final velocity is equal to 0, so 0 minus u initial velocity, u is equal to u sin theta, so u sin theta square is equal to 2 into minus g. In place of a we have to put minus g into y. So this is minus u square sin square theta is equal to minus 2gy. So u minus cancel, so u square sin square theta is equal to 2gy. So y, this is the height, maximum height, y is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g, u square sin square theta by 2g. This is the equation for maximum height. Then next one is what is the time of ascent. Time of ascent means what is the time taken by the projectile from the lowest point to the highest point. From O to P, what is the time taken is known as time of ascent. Ascent means ascending order, lowest to highest. And from P to Q, the time taken is time of descent, and this is the total time. O to P, total time. So while we discussing about time of ascent, we also considering the motion from O to P, and we will considering the vertical motion in vertical direction. The same data are there. So initial velocity u sin theta, final velocity 0, acceleration minus g, time t. Applying the equation v is equal to u plus at. There is a equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. V, in place of v we have to put 0 is equal to u sin theta, u sin theta minus a के जगह minus g into t. In place of a we have to put minus g into t. So taking this minus gt in this side, so gt is equal to u sin theta, t is equal to u sin theta by g. This is the expression for time of ascent. So what is the total time? Since the motion from O to P and from P to Q, this is symmetric in nature, this is uniform in nature. So the time taken from O to P is exactly equal to the time taken from P to Q, is exactly equal of the time taken from P to Q. So the time of ascent is here, the time of ascent is exactly equal to the time of descent. So obviously total time is equal to twice of time of ascent, 2 into small t. So substituting the value of t, u sin theta by g, then we find the total time t is equal to 2 into u sin theta by g. u sin theta by g. So very interesting, very simple, so simple, so don't bother. Okay, then next point is what is the horizontal range. Then what is the horizontal range? Horizontal range means, let us discuss from the figure. What is the horizontal range? What is the distance covered in horizontal direction, in this direction from O to Q? What is the, when the projectile is fired, it will cover how many distance in horizontal direction, OQ. The symbol is X. So when we calculate the horizontal component, we will consider the horizontal motion, and we know the horizontal motion is uniform in nature, there will be no acceleration, uniform in nature, and simply since it is uniform in nature, its equation is velocity is equal to displacement by time. So obviously displacement is equal to velocity into time. So displacement x is equal to horizontal velocity. Velocity means here we consider the horizontal velocity into total time of flight. So horizontal velocity u cos theta into time, total time. We have discussed in this case total time is equal to 2u sin theta by g. So 2u sin, in place of total time we have to write 2u sin theta by g. So u into u square, 2 sin theta into cos theta. All of you know from the trigonometry, 2 sin theta into cos theta, there is a formula, trigonometric formula, standard formula, that is 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. So it becomes horizontal range x is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g, u square sin 2 theta by g. Now question is, what is the maximum horizontal range? What is the condition for maximum horizontal range? In how many angle we have to throw the projectile so that we can find the maximum horizontal range. Horizontally we cover maximum distance. So from equation 7 it is clear that the horizontal range depends upon the value of velocity of projection u and angle of projection u. So in this case horizontal range depends upon theta and u, and here u is constant, g is constant. So we have to, what is the variable thing? Theta. So how many angle we have to thrown so that we can find the maximum range. See, for a fixed u, range can be changed by changing theta. So when it is maximum? When sin 2 theta is maximum. What is the value of sin? What is the maximum value of sin? The maximum value of sin is 1. That means if sin 2 theta is equal to 1, then we can find the maximum horizontal range. So sin 2 theta is equal to 1. So what is the value of in what angle? In which angle the sin value is 1? It is sin 90 degree. So sin 2 theta is equal to 1 is equal to sin 90 degree. So obviously 2 theta is equal to 90 degree. So theta is equal to 45 degree. So theta is equal to 45 degree. So this is the condition. If we throw a projectile making an angle theta, making an angle 45 degree, then only we can find the maximum horizontal range. So x maximum is equal to u square by 2g. So that is the condition for maximum horizontal range. So there is a 2-mark question. What is the 2-mark question? Now question may be asked like this: write the condition for maximum horizontal range. At what angle a projectile should projected so that it would cover maximum horizontal range? So your answer will be 45 degree. Your answer should be 45 degree. Only you have to write 45 degree so that you can find. So in this way we will complete this chapter 3. We will conclude this chapter 3. So very good, very nice. Thank you students.